Hi, welcome to Yoga by Janelle. Today's class is a class designed for lower back pain relief. If you are having any issues with your lower back, I would suggest that you first check in with your physician, find out why you're having that pain. This class is a slow, relaxing, and a little bit of stretching, a little bit of movement class, but it will be effective to help alleviate your pain. What I've noticed is it's most effective when you do any type of back relief class 3 days in a row, and you should definitely start to feel some benefits. Again, this class is not designed necessarily for someone with a spinal issue or a spinal precaution. That could be if your doctor has told you not to bend over too far or not to do any spinal twists, then this class is not for you. But as always, take precaution in doing any type of physical activity. For today's class, you're just going to need your yoga mat and perhaps a block. We are going to get started in child's pose. So I invite you to join me on the mat. I'm going to go ahead and settle into child's pose. I'm going to bring your toes together. Bring your knees out towards the side of the mat, sinking your hips and your bottom back to your feet. You're going to slowly walk those arms forward. Allow your head to rest onto the mat. While in this position, we're going to begin to set our breathing. We're going to inhale through your nose to the count of 4. And allowing yourself to let it all out again. Inhale again. And exhaling it out. Continue your breath. While you're breathing, allow yourself to let go of all thoughts and all judgments and focus on your breathing. You're going to breathe fresh breath or fresh air into your back, allowing your breath to travel all the way down your spine, all the way to the base of your spine, and exhaling it back out. On your next inhale, we're going to bring ourselves up to our tabletop position. And we're going to lift all the way up, pulling ourselves up, bring those knees so they are directly underneath of your hips. Align your wrists underneath of your elbows and your shoulders. We're going to do a few cat and cows. You're going to allow your abdominal muscles to sink down, bring an arch into your back. You're going to take your head and gaze forward. This is your inhale. And you're going to exhale, rounding that back out, bringing your head down so as to look at your legs. Going to inhale into cow. And exhaling it out, blow it out. Bringing a little bit of movement into that back. Taking it nice and easy. Inhale, cow. And exhaling it out. One more time. Inhale. And exhale it out. Come back into a neutral back position or flat back. We're going to slowly bring your forearms down to the ground and lengthen your body out. So walk those knees so that you can come into a position on your abdomen. Turning your palms down so that your hands are flat and your fingers are spread open. You're going to gently just lift your upper body up, keeping those shoulders down away from your ears. Just breathing in for a few breaths. And exhaling out. One more breath. And we're going to take your left hand and place it across ways so that your left hand is in front of your right shoulder. You're going to take your right arm and place it on top. And we're just going to lie our heads down onto your forearms. Releasing your body, your lower body, relax your legs, allow your feet to lie how they may. And release any tension that you're feeling in your lower back and your glutes. Just relax, taking in a few breaths. I want you to try to visualize sending that breath in towards that area where you're feeling that discomfort. You want to breathe into that area. And on the next inhale, we're going to go back into our Sphinx pose. And we're going to inhale, lift. Coming into Sphinx pose, we're going to bring our hands to meet where our chest is. Bring them back. And we're just going to slightly push up into Cobra. We're not going to overextend our arms. Your elbows should be pointing towards the rear of the room, not out to the sides. And you're just going to lift, push up slightly, and hold it. There should be a bend in your elbows. Chest should be forward, heart should be open, and breathe. And exhale down. I'm going to inhale. I'm going to push back up into tabletop. And bringing those feet underneath or your knees underneath of your hips, aligning those arms. Going to go into a few cat and cows once again. Inhale and exhaling a cat. Inhale, cow, exhale, cat. Inhale, cow one more time. Exhale, cat. Coming back into a flat back. Tuck your toes so that your toes are going to be on the floor. And we're going to gently push into our downward facing dog. You're just simply going to extend those legs up, pushing those hips all the way towards the ceiling, bringing those heels towards the ground. Keeping your body so that your chest is pushing towards your thighs. Arms should be extended, fingers should be spread apart, and the inner side of your elbow should be slightly turned inward or outward. Just going to kind of get a little bit of movement in those ankles, bending those knees one at a time. Continue your breath. Come to a moment of stillness. Slowly begin to walk those hands in towards your feet. Bring those hands to your shins, lifting, inhaling into a half lift or flat back. Exhaling it down, hands to the ground. Inhale, lifting all the way up to stand. Hands overhead. Exhaling, hands down to your side. We're going to walk and find our way to the center of our mats. We're going to inhale, bring those feet slightly apart, just a little, not much. I'm going to inhale those arms up, taking in a nice deep breath. Exhaling it down. Inhale, taking in a nice deep breath again. Exhaling it down. And one more breath. Inhale. Nice deep breath. And exhale it down. We're going to rotate that right foot to the right side of the mat. You're going to bring your left foot, rotating the heel again so that both feet are going the same direction, but you want that left foot to be slightly turned, roughly on a 45-degree angle. So what we're going to do is just open your stance to what's comfortable for you. You're going to lift those arms up. One arm is forward, one arm is back. We're just going to lean into that right side of your body. Getting a little stretch here, dropping that right arm down. We're going to go into our triangle to whatever is comfortable for you. If you have a block available, you can use your block to help support your triangle pose. Whatever is comfortable, you find that position for you. Perhaps you can touch the ground and not cause any more insult to injury on your back. Maybe you're going to be here. Maybe you're here. Your positioning is your positioning. We're going to take triangle, take a couple breaths. Try to keep your abdominal muscles drawn in if possible. Your gaze can be down at the ground, it can be forward, or it can be up. And we're going to bring that left arm down, sending a little bit of a bend into that right foot. We're going to come back up and taking your right forearm, bring it down to your thigh, lifting the left arm up and over. Your gaze is going to be at that hand, breathing into that left side body. And coming back up, you're going to bring those arms down, decrease that bend in that leg, rotate those feet so that your left foot is going to the left side of your mat. Your right foot is going to be at a 45-degree angle, roughly. Find a position in your legs that works best for you. You're going to extend those arms out, leaning into that left side body, bringing that hand down, is that comfortable for you, whatever position. We're going to slide down into your triangle, breathing into that lower back. Abdominal muscles should be pulled in. And bringing that right arm down, sending a knee bend into that left knee. Pushing yourself up. And bringing that left forearm to that left thigh. Making sure that you don't bring your knee over that toe. That's up and over. Getting a nice stretch, breathing into the right side body. So focus on your breath. Acknowledge any thoughts that are arising, any sensations that are arising in your body. Allow yourself to let go of those thoughts and focus on your breath. Coming back up, we're going to straighten out that knee, turning those feet both to the front of your mat. We're going to go into a little bit of cactus movements with the arms, a little bit of squats with the legs. So bring your feet in slightly. You're going to inhale those arms up. You're going to exhale, bring those arms out to the side into a cactus position. slowly drawing those shoulder blades together. Inhale, lift them up. Exhale into your cactus. Next time, we're going to add in a little bit of a squat. In the squat, you don't want to bring your knees forward in your pelvis. You don't want your pelvis sinking forward. You want to be as if you are going down a wall. So you want to be just bringing it back, seated. Knees are going to stay behind your toes. So we're going to inhale, lift those arms up. Exhale into your cactus. And squat. Inhale, lifting it up. Exhale it down. On the next one, if you have a block and you want to go into Malasana, you can use your block behind you or underneath of you. If you're if Malasana is not accessible for you at this point, we're going to just hold into that lower squat position. If you're going into Malasana, bring those feet together slightly. We're going to inhale, lift it up. And exhale, bring those hands straight down the center of your body into your Malasana. In this position, you should have both feet are flat on the floor. Chest should be up, gaze should be forward, and we're breathing. Just slowly taking those hands or those arms on the inside of your knees and hold. This is a great stretch with lower back issues. Again, if you are not accessible to this, stay in your squat that you were in. And we're going to bring those hands to the ground. Slowly lift up. One vertebra at a time. And we're going to turn to the right side of our mat. We're going to our modified sun salutation. We're going to inhale those arms all the way up. Exhale, arms to your side. Inhale into chair. Taking back, keeping those knees behind your toes. Exhale, hands to your thighs. Going to step back, lowering one knee at a time. Into tabletop. Taking a couple of cat and cows. And we'll block out the way. Okay. From tabletop position, we're going to take your left leg and we're going to take it out to the side of your body and slowly walk it up so that it comes into the same position with your hand. From that, you're going to take it and inch that foot all the way forward so that the heel is right in front of the longest finger that you have. We're going to slowly lean into this little stretch here. You're going to breathe through that. And lifting slowly, you're going to lean back onto that right leg, extending the left. Toes should be pointed towards your shin. And hold it. And I'm going to bring that left heel back onto, left foot back onto the ground. You're going to slowly begin to walk the left foot over towards your right hand. You'll want to try to bring that ridge, the outer ridge of your foot, onto the ground. You'll slowly lean into this position, bringing your knee down to the ground and your shin. And if you are going to take this position, you can take a block, place it under your hip, keeping your right leg extended, and you can hold it here, or you can come all the way down onto your elbows and hold here. If this position is not accessible, you can lie on your back. You can go into your figure 4 position. Both feet flat on the floor, crossing your left leg over, or your left ankle over your right thigh, and slowly drawing those legs in towards your chest. A few more breaths here. We're going to push ourselves up, and we're going to move our block if you're using a block. We're going to roll onto our left hip, slowly bringing that right leg up towards that foot. And we're going to bring it all the way up and attempt to cross that ankle over the other knee. We're going to grab onto the outer side with the left hand, grabbing the right outer side of the knee, doing a gentle twist, and looking over the right shoulder. And unwind that position. Going to bring that leg out to your side, coming back onto our tabletop position. We're going to go through that on our right side this time. We're going to extend that right leg out to the side. Walk it all the way up so that that foot meets and aligns with the right hand. Once you're in alignment, you're going to inch that foot even further so that the heel is directly in front of the longest finger on your hand. We're going to lean forward, taking into a little bit of a stretch here into your groin. We're going to breathe and hold. And you may use blocks to help support you through this stretch. And we're going to lean back into the left leg, extending the right leg out, bringing that toe towards the shin. Focus on your breathing. And bring that heel back, or that foot back down to the ground. I'm going to slowly inch that foot so that you're taking the outer ridge of your right leg. Is going to head towards that left side. You're going to lean forward, bringing that knee and forward and shin down to the ground. On your back leg, you're going to extend that leg out straight. And if you need to use a block under the hip, you may do so. You're going to stay here in this position, stretching, or you can come down onto your forearms and elbow. If this is not an accessible pose, you may get onto your back and you can go into the figure 4 pose again. Bringing both feet flat onto the ground so that your knees are facing the ceiling. Crossing your right ankle over your left thigh and drawing both legs in towards your chest. Breathing into any sensations that are arising. If there is any pain, listen to your body. Make modifications that are going to benefit you. And we're going to remove our blocks. If you're using a block, roll onto the right hip or bottom. Slowly draw that left leg up towards your right foot. And we're going to bring it across over that right knee. Bringing that left hand on the outside of the right knee, left knee. Twisting, looking over that left shoulder. If this is not accessible, if the seated twist is not accessible, you can always sit in a cross-leg position and just do a gentle twist in that position as well. And we're going to release that. I'm going to take those legs straight out in front of us. We're going to flex those toes back and press those out. Flex them back and point them out. We're going to go ahead and walk our way to the ground. Lower yourself down to the ground. Bring those feet so that your heels are on the ground. You want to be able to slightly brush your heels with your fingertips. The knees are facing up. Abdominal muscles are drawn in. You're going to inhale, lifting up your pelvis into a bridge. And exhaling it back down. Inhale, lifting your pelvis again. And exhaling it down. One more inhale. And exhale it down. I'm going to lift that left leg up towards the ceiling so that your heel of your foot is facing up to the ceiling. I'm going to gently, if you can, hold on to your shin, pulling it back into a little bit of extension. If you have a strap or towel, you can always use that on your instep or in the middle portion here and use that to pull that hip that leg back gently. And we're going to lower it down. Bringing the right leg up. Stretch. Gently pull back. Bring those toes in towards the shins if you can. Give it a nice stretch. and relax. I'm going to bring those arms out to your side. Just going to lower those knees to the right side, setting your gaze to the left. And bringing everything back to center. Lower those knees to the left, setting your gaze to the right. We're reversing it again. Stopping in the center for just a pause. Bring your knees to the right, your gaze is to the left. Coming back to center. One more time. Knees to your left, gaze to your right. And back to center. We're going to go ahead and extend those legs all the way down to the bottom. And bring those arms down to your sides. Palms facing up. This is our last pose, which is Shavasana. In this pose, find comfort, find support, and relaxation. Allow your body to just be. Return to your normal breathing in this position. And just reflect on your practice today. We're going to go ahead, bring some movement back into your toes and your feet. And go ahead and open your eyes if you haven't already done so. We're going to bring ourselves into a seated position. You can roll onto one side and slowly push yourself up. And I just want to say thank you so much for joining me in class today. I hope that this class has been beneficial in helping you to relieve some back pain. And please leave me a comment, and of course, go ahead and subscribe to my channel. It is greatly appreciated, all the support that you can give. Thank you so much. Have a wonderful day.